All right, we live, we on, we back, we back. All right, welcome guys to the stream. Today we're going to look at a few animations, a few different ones. Um, First off, we'll be starting off with Convergence by Riot Games. Convergence is a game where I believe the character Echo is the main character, and he's visited by himself from the future. Very original. And yeah, we're just going to look at the animation, see what we can learn. Riot has a great reputation for the animations they bring out for League of Legends, Valorant, pretty much anything. They get the best studios to work on their promotions, even for just gaming tournaments. So it'd be great to go in, have a look, and see what we can pick out to implement into our own work. So without further ado, let's give it a watch. All right, sweet. Ignition.
I'm not here to hurt you. I'm you. From the future.
Gives me that Final Space. If you guys have watched that Final Space vibes, nice backgrounds, futuristic space vibe, and clean lines, but wonderful art also.
I'm here to investigate something in the past.
Nice VFX.
So Zahn is in trouble right now?
If you would just listen, we'll be keeping the city safe from a devastating future.
Well, if it isn't the boy who shattered time.
There is a war coming.
I don't know what happens in the future, but it's not up to you to fix the world all by yourself.
I don't know if everyone notices, but the backgrounds and the background layouts and movements are carrying a lot of weight right now, in a good way. Like, it's telling you the story, it's telling you where it's set, it's telling you the like how big this game's probably going to be in terms of landscape. And the color scheme of the backgrounds is great. I like the black shadows, pitch black shadows. Gives me that Hades vibes.
Coming back to the past. Oh.
My point was, don't underestimate background art. Background art is very powerful. As an animator, try it out. I know we're more into the whole, movement of things and stuff like that, but being able to do your own, backgrounds and understand like 3D space and how you can use that to your advantage is definitely a great perk. Like, even here, look at this. Like, that looks great. Everything is drawn quite simply, but because of the composition, it looks amazing and it says a lot.
Over and over again, trying to fix something in our timeline.
We've all got him, Echo. The first fight you have to beat is with yourself.
Yeah, a lot of great VFX. Yeah, the VFX are just great. Can't say much. I'm liking the whole neon glow from like his sword and everything else as well. It's actually pretty cool. They're all the same color.
This isn't over. Not yet.
Into the Spider-Verse. Jeez. That gave me Rayman. I don't know, the old school Rayman on the PlayStation 1 side scroller game. I might be showing my age. I'm 32. So some of you might not be able to remember that game, but yeah, that gives me, just the camera movement, even the movement of Echo himself, quite similar weight. It's very similar. Cool.
I'm trying to save both of our cities.
Ooh, let's break that down. That was nice. Yes. All right, let's see how he goes here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, twos. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 frames. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So on that one, back in that pose where he's like up in the air, he holds it for like 6 frames, or she holds it for 6 frames. They knew that it was going to be a really important key or frame. So they really emphasized it here. I'm assuming because of the moving down this pole and everything that's going on, that your brain just still sees it as a smooth movement. So yeah, it kind of helps. Like for me, it's the thing of, I always think my work has to be on like 2s and maybe 3 at the most. And then if it was any higher, I'd feel like, oh, it's standing still, and then people would be able to notice that. But I think when you're used to just looking at your work as you're doing it, only you will really notice that. But if you see it for the first time, your brain will fill in the gaps. So I think that's something to remember, because I've never really moved on to like 4s, 5s, or 6s or anything like that. And of course, there's a specific time that you would throw something like that in, but you shouldn't be afraid to do that. This person has done that, and it looks great.
I'm trying to save both.
Let's have a look at it fully. Yeah.
I'm trying to save both of our cities from a disaster.
Barely even notice. Warwick, hey. Nice. I like that. I think it was something I saw that was pretty cool. Like, yeah, just this run up here. It's very simple. It's such a simple run up. But for me, I personally struggle with doing those dynamic kind of angles, because I think that they're more complicated than they actually are. So it's about my head like wrapping around 3D space, and being able to kind of break some rules, especially when it comes to 2D animation. There's a lot of rules you can make. You can end up from here to here so quickly that your brain still takes that as normal. You see it a lot in anime, in a lot of cartoons or dynamic cartoons, and it works. So yeah, it's a message for myself, but for you also, don't feel too overwhelmed when you're doing it. Well, okay. All right. That was sick. May 23rd that comes out. So